holdup. Give me the money. What are you doing? I'll shoot you dead.
It's an event no one wants to experience. In 1 second, you go from your normal routine to finding yourself the focus of an armed robbery. What you do in the next 60 seconds may determine whether this robbery results in someone being injured or even killed. What do you do now? Every year, thousands of Americans suddenly find themselves in this situation. Some are injured, some are even killed because they didn't know what to do or how to act during an armed robbery. Armed robbery means a weapon of some kind is being used to threaten harm to you if you don't cooperate. Most commonly, these weapons are guns or knives. By their nature, these robberies are dangerous and unpredictable. It's important that you learn as a manager or employee what you can do to lessen the risks to yourself, your coworkers, and your customers. Some basic training, clear thinking, and common sense are necessary tools for lessening the chances that a robbery will escalate into something much worse. What about this guy? Does he have the common sense and basic training he needs to get through this robbery?
Is that everything for you?
Give me what's in the register too. Hurry up. I said give me the cash. What are you doing? Give me the money now.
I can't. The register's locked.
Give me the money.
It's my first day here. The boss would kill me.
I'll kill you if you don't. Give it to me now.
I can't, sir. The register is locked.
Wrong move, idiot.
That was the wrong move, and in this robbery, it was fatal. The first thing anyone handling cash at a register should learn is that if you're robbed, cooperate. Money can be replaced, and it's never worth your life. Through cooperation with the robber, your goal is to see how quickly you can get him out of the store. Most robberies last less than 60 seconds. See if you can make it take less than that. Get him out the door. If he's gone, he can't hurt you. Robbers may appear calm and even polite, or they may be nervous and agitated. They may be professional criminals or desperate amateurs. Either way, they've chosen actions that make them vulnerable. If caught, they face years of imprisonment. They know if things go wrong or someone tries to be a hero, they can be harmed or killed as well. If they're holding a weapon, you must believe they're willing to use it. Do not delay the robber no matter what. It's not worth your life. Common sense and basic training could have saved this person's life. We've learned not to resist the robber and that our goal is to get him out of the store quickly. So how do you act when you're suddenly confronted by an armed robber?
Is that all for you today, sir?
No, give me the money. Give me the money.
Okay. Please just don't hurt me.
Come on. What are you, stupid? Give me the money. You move, I'll cut you.
It's normal to be frightened when someone is threatening you with a gun or a knife. It's exactly how most robbers want you to feel, but it's dangerous to panic or lose self-control. Instead of cooperating to get the robber out of the store, this worker froze. You certainly don't want the thief behind the counter with you, especially if you've angered or frustrated him by delaying his exit. His frustration, coupled with his sense of lost time, could have easily placed the cashier in greater danger than being thrown to the floor. Remember, robbers, armed or otherwise, really only have two objectives. They want as much cash as they can get, and they want it fast. Our list now includes cooperate as much as possible. Get the robber out of the store as quickly as possible. Keep a clear head. Now, let's see if this employee does a good job of cooperation.
Can I help?
I want that money now. Give it to me.
Okay.
Hurry up. Give it here.
I got it right here. Hold on.
Get with it.
Right
Come
here.
on, girl. Give me that money. Come on. Give me that money right now.
Do you want the bigger bills under the drawer?
What?
There's some bigger bills under the drawer.
Well, then give them to me.
Obviously, this employee isn't sure what it means to be cooperative. The robber expected to leave with some money, but he wasn't anticipating a bonus. And our employee violated the second rule of getting the thief out of the store as quickly as possible. She actually invited him back for more cash. The thief might have thought she was trying to delay him, or he might decide to stop and ask, "What else have you got?" The point is, when you're being robbed, cooperate, but do only what you're told. Do so in an efficient, deliberate, and effective manner. Leave absolutely no opportunity for the robber to question your behavior, particularly when his weapon is pointed at you. Our list now includes do only what you're told. If you're a store owner, being robbed will make you frustrated and angry, especially if it's happened before. It's so unfair. You'd love to make these guys pay. So even though you know that money can be replaced, you might be tempted to do something about it. If you're tempted to confront the robber, the best advice is don't do it. Even if you have the training and authority to use a gun, it's not worth the risk. Even if this robber was unarmed, you introducing another weapon would greatly increase the chance of somebody getting hurt or even killed. The robber is now directly threatened and is much more likely to use his weapon against you. Introducing another weapon also puts your customers at greater risk from stray bullets or suddenly creating a hostage situation. That's a liability you don't need. Any number of dangerous and deadly situations can and do occur once a lethal weapon is involved, even if you're the one to introduce it. Do not confront an armed robber. Leave that to the police. Common sense, cooperation, and keeping a clear head includes being aware of your surroundings and taking care to avoid behaviors and moves that might be misinterpreted.
This is a holdup. Give me the money. What are you doing? I'll shoot you dead.
I gotta get the key to the register.
Watch it. Sudden moves will get you shot dead.
Hey!
Hey, hold it.
Wait, that's Nikki. She works here.
Well, that didn't go so well. Sudden moves, surprises, and panic. No one was prepared to handle this robbery correctly. If these employees had received any training for these types of situations, they would have known to avoid the serious mistakes we've just seen. Sudden moves and surprises, even when they're innocent, can result in tragic consequences. Be prepared to anticipate anything that might startle or surprise a robber. Now, let's watch how this might have gone if the employee had been prepared.
This is a holdup. Give me the money.
Okay, I'm just gonna set this down.
Hurry up.
Okay, there's someone in the back room. I just don't want you to be startled if she comes out.
Okay, just shut up and give me the money.
Okay, key to the register is right below here. Is it okay if I reach down and get it?
No, you just be careful. Come on, come on.
Okay.
Hurry up. Give me the money. Come on.
In the same situation, when the employees are knowledgeable and prepared, the robber gets out without any surprises and no one gets hurt. This time, the employee avoided sudden moves, anticipated any surprises, and did everything possible to get the robber out of the store quickly and without any mishaps. This time, he followed training. She cooperated with the robber. She helped to get the robber out of the store as fast as possible. She kept a clear head. She did only what she was told to do. She avoided confrontation. She anticipated anything that might be unexpected. Your best chance for surviving an armed robbery is to follow these rules. There is only one situation in which you should not cooperate with a robber. That exception happens if the perpetrator tries to force you to go with him. According to law enforcement officials, if an armed felon wants you to leave with him, there is a high probability you will be killed. It's a very dangerous situation, and the best advice is don't do it. Tell him the silent alarm has automatically triggered, and he'd better go before the police arrive. It's a terrible situation to be in, but you'll have to use your best judgment to deal with it. Once the robber is gone, it's time to do what you can do to help catch him.
Hello, this is Kirsten at Bell's Market. We've just been robbed at gunpoint. Please send the police. Okay, gentlemen, if you can just fill these out with anything you remember about the robbery, it'll help the police out a lot.
Sure.
And they'll just be here in a few minutes.
The robbery is over. It only took a minute, and because this clerk knew what to do, no one was hurt. You've given the alarm and called the police. Until they arrive, close and lock the store. Preserve the crime scene by not touching anything touched by the robber. Ask customers to stay and ask them to fill out a suspect description sheet. Fill out your suspect description sheet remembering the size of the robber, clothing, and identifying marks such as tattoos, scars, and birthmarks. Even the type of language he used and specific words are useful tools for the police. If the robber escaped on foot, write down which direction he went. And if you are lucky enough to see the getaway vehicle, try to remember the make, model, color, license, and which way he went. Here are a few final thoughts. Your store may not have an alarm system, but a phone is almost always available. Dial 911. If for some reason 911 is not available, have the emergency phone number provided by the police department posted on or near the phone. Do not open the store once locked except for the police and your supervisor. When the police arrive, they'll take it from there and let you or your supervisor know when they have collected all the information and evidence they need. They can also tell you when you should reopen the business. We hope that you're never robbed, but in the real world, we must all be prepared. If you find yourself in this situation, follow your training and the guidelines we presented. And remember, your life and the lives of your customers are worth much more than any amount of money. Be careful and be alive.